Today we are going to talk about the largest vow renewal at sea that just happened on Valentine's Day. Also some exciting news for Alaska. If you're planning to go or you're looking for an amazing adventure, 2024 is the year that there are going to be more options than ever. And finally, we are going to talk about some things you ought to know if you are going to visit the port of Le Havre. That shows up on a lot of British Isles cruises as well as a few other ones here and there. So let's go ahead and get started. Hi there, this is Allison with Let's Go Travel Tips. Today is Thursday, it's February 15th of 2024, and I want to start off by saying yesterday I was pretty tough on Princess, but I would really like to make it clear that I am not going to quit cruising on Princess. I thoroughly enjoy the cruise experience that Princess offers, and I look forward to sailing on Princess a lot more times. I understand completely. I know that I'm reading through the comments, there are different sentiments about that, and it's wonderful that everybody gets to make the choice of where they would like to sail and what cruise line they would like to sail on. But I just wanted you to know things haven't changed as far as how much I enjoy sailing on Princess, and I really look forward to sailing on the inaugural of the Star Princess. I've talked to some of the people in our Let's Go family that are scheduled for that inaugural sailing on the Star Princess with us, due to set sail on August 4th of 2025, and the ones that I've spoken with so far are really excited to be able to go on an inaugural. So we're going to keep our hat in the ring on that, and if any of you would like to join us, please send me an email and off we will go. Now let's go ahead and talk about the vow renewal, the largest vow renewal at sea that happened on Carnival Cruise Lines on Valentine's Day just yesterday. So the Carnival Venezia and the Carnival Jubilee, they had like kind of a virtual vow renewal going. Shaquille O'Neal is the one who was the officiator for that ceremony, and they had him on the big screen, and so it kind of went simultaneously on both ships, and did not see the reports that I can find. I cannot see exactly how many couples were there, but I just loved in looking at it that so many of the ladies wore dresses that were red. I thought it was really fun that for Valentine's Day so many people chose to do that. And anyway, the reason that I'm talking to you about this is because I think it's really fun that they do that. Carnival Cruise Line pointed out that so many people meet, get engaged, get married, renew their vows on Carnival Cruise Lines. In 2023, they had like 1,220 weddings and vow renewals on their cruise line. And so it sounds like Carnival does a wonderful job with that. When we were on our Antarctica cruise in 2020, we were on a boat for one of our excursions there. It was the one in Point Arenas, and there was a couple it was kind of like those kind of boats that you sit at a table facing each other as you go, and a couple across from us had met on a Princess cruise and then got married on a Princess cruise. So it was really fun to get to meet them, and then they've been clearly on lots of Princess cruises since then. So anyway, wanted to let you know, and the fun tie-in with this is that on our Love Boat cruise that's going to be setting sail with our group, not just our group, but everyone who is on that sailing has the opportunity, if they want to participate in a vow renewal on board. So that's going to be really fun. They did one when I went on the Love Boat cruise in October of 2022 on the Discovery Princess. So it's going to be really fun to see how many participate on the Love Boat cruise this year. So put that on your calendar. If it's not already there, I'll video it and let you know how it goes. All right. Now, we've got big news for Alaska. A lot of times we talk about Alaska, people will ask which cruise line is the best to go to Alaska on. And it's really a little bit subjective, but overall, the highest marks as a general rule go to Princess and Holland America. They've been in that region the longest, and they have developed excellent programs for really taking people to the Great Land there in Alaska. So Holland America has made really exciting announcements for their 2024 season. So here we are, it is already 2024, and these are going to start this year. So a couple of things. First of all, they are going to start having room upgrades in the McKinley Chalet Resort that they've got. They are going to take some of their some of the rooms that they've got there at that chalet. I call them cabins because I'm thinking of a cruise ship. And they are going to upgrade them so that they are actually in the Denali Suite category. So this will really open some options for travelers who like a little bit more luxury, a little bit larger room and everything to stay in when they are there at the chalet. And so I thought that was kind of fun. A really cool thing that they are adding is an excursion for guests who are on select Denali and Yukon cruise tours, and it is called the Klondike Gold Tour, and it is going to be an even larger tour that visits the region's famed, the actual Gold Rush location where the whole Gold Rush began, as well as they have a thing called Dredge 4, which is a preserved wooden hulled dredge once used to mine the gold in the Klondike River Valley. So how cool would that be to see? I did an excursion, Gordon and I did one time when we were in Skagway, and we took the train up, and then you take the bus down and it takes you to a place where you actually get to pan for gold. I'd wanted to pan for gold forever. And then I should have brought my necklace down. Then they will take the gold. Of course, you have to pay for it, but you get the gold that you got when you mined it. And like you can have it put like in a little thing to put on a ring. And I got mine put on a necklace. It's just really fun. So this is a really cool thing that they are adding here. And with this, the new announcement that Holland America has made to expand their tours and everything to include this, they also point out at the same time, and Holland America is amazing, you can do like 3 and 4 day cruises, and then you get off the ship there in Skagway and you head up to the Yukon from there. And Holland America is the only cruise line that actually takes you into the Yukon and does everything that they do that way. And so I thought I would just point out to some of you, if you're thinking of doing a cruise tour and you haven't quite decided which one you want to do, but you're considering, I think Holland America, if I were choosing a cruise tour, I would start off with Holland America or Princess. Celebrity does a really good job as well, and the other cruise lines do as well too. Just simply been doing it the longest and have a really huge presence in all of the places that they visit. They have their own lodges and everything that goes with it. So let me tell you this here really quick. So the Yukon and Denali cruise tours range from 9 to 18 days, so you can decide what fits your budget or your time off. They include either the 3 and 4 day inside passage cruises, like I mentioned, that you can go to Glacier Bay, and they will usually include not only Glacier Bay, but going to another glacier as well. They've got some that will offer the 7-day cruise if you want to do that first. They also offer, they've got the Yukon and Denali cruise tour that feature 1 or 2 nights in Dawson City. That's the one I really want to do sometime because it gives you a lot more time to see all of the Gold Rush things, plus you're up in Dawson City. And then, so here's a few things that I want you to think about. I think that Holland America and Princess are trying really hard to really broaden the opportunity that we have in Alaska. And the reason that I say that is because this new introduction by Holland America to not only upgrade some of those rooms in their lodges there, but also to offer more in terms of the tours that they are going to do to immerse you further in that experience there in Alaska and in the Yukon. I think that's a really big deal. And then with Princess, we have just for this year is the only year that we know for sure that they are going to run those Katmai National Park cruise tours. So the way you do that, you're going to be on a cruise, you're going to cruise from Vancouver up to Anchorage, you're going to stay in Anchorage, and then you're going to head off to Katmai National Park. That involves like going on a bus from there and then getting on a small plane and flying over so that you can view the bears. It is really a big deal to get to go to do that. And it's a really simple way to do it. So you can either do that or you can do the cruise tour first and then head south from Anchorage down to Vancouver. It'll be really fun to see what other cruise lines start to offer as well as what else Holland America and Princess think of next to help us enjoy going to Alaska and seeing everything there is offered there. Alrighty, before I tell you about the next thing, I would like to invite you to please subscribe to our channel. If you haven't subscribed, you better go ahead and subscribe to our channel. We need to have you with us. And if you appreciate my updates, would you please give this video a thumbs up and share our video on social media? We would really appreciate your support, so thank you. Alrighty, the next thing I want to talk to you about is if you are going to be stopping at the Port of Le Havre in France, that you have the option to go into Paris. You have the option to stay there in the port area. You can go down and see the beaches there at Normandy. You can go see Rouen. You can see where Monet was, or you have a lot of options. But one thing that I want to point out today that is really very exciting to me is they just barely this week took the scaffolding off the spire of the Cathedral of Notre Dame there in Paris. And you might remember clear back in April of 2019, the cathedral caught fire and it destroyed an awful lot of it. So it has been being reconstructed, renovated ever since then, and the goal is to have the cathedral open entirely again as Paris hosts the Olympics this year. So they started with taking the scaffolding off of the spire. So the spire is actually, it looks like a golden rooster with a cross, but it has been reimagined as a phoenix with flaming feathers to symbolize rising from the flames there that occurred that really sparked the renovation of that whole cathedral. So I wanted you to know about it so that if you go into Paris, you can go see it. I am really excited to go see it again. I've been to Paris a few times, and I've gotten to sit in the cathedral there. What would be the most moving time? I think that it was when I was there in 2008 with our daughter at Christmas time. She'd been doing a study abroad, and I went to see her, and we stayed for another week so that we could kind of tour and see everything, and we just had the most wonderful time. But we went to see the cathedral several times because it was one of our favorite places. So keep in mind that that is an option. And I think that the port there in Le Havre truly is one of those places that you could go several times. So if you see it on your cruise itinerary and you have already been there before, there are so many options of things to see when you are there that you could go there numerous times and not see everything. So I just wanted to let you know about that. If you've got any questions, let me know. I really appreciate all of you being here with me, and I will see you here again tomorrow, and I'll be talking to you all again really soon. You all take really good care. God bless you. Love you. Bye-bye.